Alright guys, welcome to another episode of What Do You Need to Know? As you can see, I'm back in the studio. Alright, it's been a while and I left the studio because I had somebody come into my story and tell me, hey, you know what, you should do your shows like the other readers because they don't have all the effects, they don't have all the things going on in their show, and I enjoyed watching their show. You know what I did? I listened. And I started doing my show in front of a fireplace, things like that. And I did get numerous of followers and views, cool, whatever. But what I did was I let somebody come into my story and tell me how I should do my vision. Now here's the thing about that. Soon as I stopped doing what I was doing and I started doing what the other readers were doing, the other readers start doing what I was doing and what I started with. Like when I was watching tarot, people were doing exactly what this person told me they were doing. Soon as I stopped doing that and I started doing what the other tarot readers were doing, all the tarot readers started getting green screens. They start using digital work. You know what I mean? And it's like everything that I had envisioned, they started doing. And then it got to a point where some of the readers that I was watching never was doing it. Then I started seeing the readers that I was watching start doing what I was doing. And I was like, wait a second. The fuck? Excuse my French, but that's how I felt. But it showed me, how can I let somebody from the outside come and disturb my vision? It was my vision, right? So I continued to watch these readers, but I started noticing that they couldn't keep up with what I was doing. They couldn't keep up with the digital because it's a lot of work. These 30-minute shows, these 20-minute shows, these 15-minute shows, when you're doing digital work with it, end up being 3 hours, 4 hours to put together. So those readers probably started out doing it, and then I noticed like after 2 or 3 days of looking at their reads, they just was like, nah, this is too much work. So they just stopped, right? But I'm just saying, there's somebody out there that's on a journey, and you have a vision of how you want this journey to go. Don't let nobody come into your vision and tell you, you know what? You should do it this way. Because all they're doing is slowing you down from getting to your goal, right? If you have a vision, that vision is for you. Continue on and make that shit happen. I say all that. I don't know what this read is going to be about, but that's the message that I want to start with today. So, we're going to go into your 3 Moonology cards, and we're going to see what is on your path. What does the person that clicked on this video need to know, please and thank you? Well, look, I'm not even prepared because I'm over here trying to talk shit, which I wasn't talking shit. I was just being real. I let somebody tell me about my vision, and to that person, you're brilliant. You're brilliant, and you know you are. I'm brilliant too. So, alright, I need one more Moonology card, please and thank you. One more Moonology card for the person that clicked on this video, please and thank you. Oh, there we go. So, the 3 cards I have here is a fiery climax approaches. Your commitment is being tested. You're very close to achieving your goal. A fiery climate approaches. We all know what that means to me. Something is happening in your life that you're going to come at, I believe, or I haven't dug deep, but you're going to come at this crossroad of maybe something that's probably, it could be uncomfortable. It could be you like some back and forth with somebody. It could be something that you need taken care of that is going to be taken care of whether you like it or not. But even if it's uncomfortable, for the best. It's to get you from out of a bad place to a good place in your life. And that's how you got to look at it, right? Your commitment is being tested. Something's going to come in. There's something you're doing, right? Remember, at the beginning of this video, I talked about people coming into your vision to tell you how to move, how and where to go. Your commitment to your vision is being tested. Not listening to somebody else and then say, you know what? I'm not that committed to what I'm doing, so let me go ahead and move around and do this. No, your commitment to your vision is being tested. So you got to know, I'm almost there. Should I stop for this person? You could be right there at the brink of breaking that pot of gold. I say pot of gold, that wall that's surrounding, or that wall that's blocking you from that pot of gold. You could be right there and knocking down that wall that's blocking you from that pot of gold, and somebody comes in and tell you, you should do it like this. How committed are you to that vision? You're very close to achieving your goal. Like I said, that wall, you're right there. Maybe one more hammer, bam, and you crack that wall. All the gold from that wall comes trickling down. Stay committed to your goal. Let's go ahead and get the tarot on this, please and thank you. A fiery climax approaches. Look at that. This King of Swords. A King of Swords. There's a King of Swords somewhere in your story. It could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It also could be a Capricorn. There's this King of Swords energy. And I'm not going to lie. When I see a King of Swords energy, people say, oh, be a King of Swords. Listen, I don't got nothing against King of Swords. I just know they be on some confident, I'm this, I'm that, whatever, fuck off if I don't like you. And that's cool to have that energy, but like, that's why it's going to be a fiery climax, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody coming in with this King of Swords energy, and it's like, to come into me, you better come in with some fucking love, because I don't take none of that shit. That chopping head off shit, cool, because I chop heads off too. So it's like, but like, I don't know how I feel about King of Swords. No, I mean, I read a lot, and usually when King of Swords go in reverse, that be the murderers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it just be like, when I see that type of energy, I just be like, if it's upright, cool. This one is upright. But it's just like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But a fiery climax approaches. Who close to you is coming in that's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, maybe a Capricorn, or it just could be somebody in that energy. They probably do a lot of this. They probably leave you out like thinking like, well, it is what it is, or they don't care about the situation if y'all together or not. Like, nobody got time for that energy. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a King of Swords. They're a king. They good in the hierarchy, but I like dealing with empresses and an emperor, or you know what I'm saying, a Queen of Pentacles, or you know what I'm saying. That's just me. But a King of Swords, don't get me wrong, they're not bad. They not bad. They got their shit together, and they on their shit. The only way you can deal with them is if you on your shit. But sometimes when they don't know what they want, you get fiery climaxes. You know what I'm saying? Your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. Maybe there is something you're trying to do, and like it's not coming for you. Like, remember we talked about that wall and then that pot of gold behind it. Let's say the universe is like, they can have it and it's right there, but I'm not gonna give it to them just yet. I'm not gonna give it to them just yet. I'm gonna make them go through a little bit more to see how much they want this. How bad do they want what I have to give them? Because maybe you got out of line. Maybe you were on your path and you were like, oh, look, a bright light over there. Let me go see what that one's about. Instead of going straight and keeping forward. Like I told you about the story that I started at the beginning of the video. I let somebody come into my story, a bright light come into my story and tell me, hey, you should be doing this or it would be better. And then I was like, okay, let me get off my path. And I went over there. So now the universe is like, all right, buddy. Now we want to test your commitment. The money is there. The pentacles is there. Everything you asked for is there. It's right behind that wall. But you get off your path too easy. Let's hold it just a little bit longer to see if you really want this. So your commitment is being tested. It's there, but right now, you got a couple of more cracks to break out of that wall. You're very close to achieving your goal. See, it's there, but they want to make sure. Before they give you that whole enchilada, they want to make sure. Picture success as a woman or a man. And she like, listen, You've been coming off your path a few times. I don't know if I can trust you. I really had trust in us and we was going to be together, but you done came off your path so many times that I don't even know. And I just don't want to be brokenhearted no more. So before I give you my number again, my new number, because I had changed it on you. Before I give you my new number, I need to make sure you really want this, all right? So that's what the universe is doing to you right now. You're very close to achieving your goal. King of Wands. King of Wands. This goal. You're very close to achieving this goal, this King of Wands energy. It could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius watching you as well as you do all of this and go through all of this. Or maybe there's this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that you want to maybe even reunite with, or you want to come close to reuniting with, right? But I need to ask, why is this King of Wands energy here, please and thank you? Because there's something that you want to end with this King of Wands energy. There's a partnership, and right now it's kind of going. Let me hold these up because you can't really see them down there. This is what clarified that King of Wands energy. The Ten of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So like maybe there's this three-way or third party that you got going on, right? And you want one of these, one of the two. Maybe you're very close to ending this third party situation you have going on, and you're going to pick or choose one of these parties. You're close to achieving your goal. One of these parties, maybe you feel like, I have success here. I can get married here. I can have a family here. I can go into business with this person. I mean, this person's going to have a huge business and we're going to be very valuable to one another. Maybe you see that with one of these people and it's saying you're very close to achieving your goal. You're very close to making that decision and achieving your goal when you do make the right decision. The person doesn't have to be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They could just embody that energy at this moment. Let me pull this down just a tad bit so you can see. All right, let's see. We're going to do the Nine of Wands, please and thank you. Why is the Nine of Wands here in reverse? Like, I think money probably have you really, I want to say fucked up, right? So it probably get you thrown off your balance a little bit. And they want to make sure you're strong at what you're doing. They want to make sure you're strong at what you're doing. Even if you don't see the money, they want to make sure you're strong and going to keep going. So you're being tested. See? Like I know there's a journey there. I know there's something there and you want it. But the universe is like, yeah, you can have it. But we need to make sure. Yeah, look. It's there. Single, abundant. Like that's like to get all of that. Like it's being tested. You're going to get another test before you can get what you are waiting for. King of Swords, please and thank you. King of Swords. Yeah, there's this energy, this King of Swords that is trying to come in and want to come in with they probably want to come in with an offer of like sex, something like that. They probably got sex on their mind. They got a message. They want to give you something. They want to come in with this message. And when I say give you something, I just say it just looks like they just want to give you some vagina or some. I didn't want to say the word, but I just put the, Anyway, so they want to come in. They want to do things like that. But in my mind, it's like, maybe you and this person don't get along. Maybe this person is an Aries, full moon in Aries, but they see you as abundant. And now that I'm watching this and seeing this, maybe you and this person don't get along and y'all not supposed to be in each other's energy. But before you can get those pentacles to fall from that wall, maybe you got to set this person straight. but the choice is yours.